Well, the day has arrived. The day after. The day after. The U.S. has engaged in a peaceful transfer of power. And part of our response as engaged citizens is to talk back to power. So my son, my daughter, and I are headed into St. Louis to participate in the St. Louis leg of the National Women's March, which is in response to the anti-human rhetoric that we heard coming from this now new administration. We made it! We made it! We're here with all the women of good conscience and the feminist boy sons and the little girls with dolls. We're on our way to mount our response to this new administration's rhetoric that has been not just anti-woman but anti-human.
You know,
Hey,
what I really want to see, just because it's hard to argue with,
yeah,
and not because I want to, you know,
yeah, come on.
but I want to see just everybody just totally nonviolent, just totally just a huge crowd.
I'm not totally on board with that, but I get the power.
I mean, and I understand the argument against it. I do, but it's impossible. Disrupt, just without breaking anything.
Oh, well, that's hard.
Well, like, if you
but
will,
I feel you.
You see where I'm staying?
Yeah.
I can read the spirit.
But, I mean, I'm just saying, that's what I'd like to see. I'd like to see huge crowds of people blocking, you know.
Right. And, well, I think it takes all of it. But just the same way that we constructively deploy nonviolence,
Yes.
I think that we can constructively deploy quote-unquote violence.
Well,
and I mean,
to be
you
fair,
know,
any action that a lot of people may do is going to be called violence, even if it's not,
right,
by people who don't agree.
I'm wearing the skin of people who had to violently take their freedom.
I mean,
so,
and I
mean, you know, slavery didn't end over a nice tea.
No, it took Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
I'm getting some color commentary going on.
There we go. I love
All right,
that.
so we have a fantastic, sexy accomplice in Stephen Holsworth, representing sexy bare feminist men of St. Louis, Missouri.
And where would this be stated at?
I'm on Facebook Live. Oh, hey! All of the sexy feminist men are here.
What's up, man?
Hey, represent Alpha Phi Alpha.
Hey.
All right, say your whole name.
Jason Nicholas Vassar, MFA.
Yes. Fellow poet, black man.
And Mildred Simmons, a.k.a.
And I'm Delta Sigma Theta. So we got the Pan-Hellenic Council. We got everything going. But look, come on, y'all. I got to get up front. They told me to come front, okay?
Talking about is the fact that none of us are invisible. We are
here today because we want to communicate not only to our state, not only to our city, but to this country and to the world that we are not invisible and our voices will be heard.
Deep introspection and thought about the state I love and the work I do. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, because today, marching through this crowd, hugging and crying and feeling you, you have given me a renewed sense of the fight.
The anguish that rests in so many of our hearts and minds right now will never have to be felt again. But when we say these words, it's our duty to fight for our freedom. We make a deep and collective commitment. We commit to looking beyond our most individual selves and pushing for the needs and humanity of each and every person in this struggle with us. We commit to operating in the streets, in our families, in our offices, everywhere that we can, to advocate, to organize, to push for better policies and better possibilities for those who are with us, for our people.
Is it counting down?
She said she's still walking, y'all.
About to speak.
You don't need to stay woke, because I met Kirsten Treasure Steele. They wake you up if you were sleeping. She's one of the baddest poets I've ever heard, and she's about to bring it. Treasure Shield.
She's serving up on the chair. Good job, Mom.
Hello, everyone. My name is Treasure Shield Redmond, and I'm a social justice educator. I want to give you a vision before I read this poem. It's a Monday morning, and people are wiping sleep from their eyes. They go to the daycare, and there are no women there to keep the babies. They go to the school, and there are no teachers on the platform to teach the children. They go to enter a bus. No women are driving. They go to the financial district, and no women are bartering and trading. Imagine the policies we could influence if we withdrew ourselves in this way on a work day week. I ask you, sisters, what are you willing to strike for? This poem is for my grandmother, and it is about a woman who would not take it anymore. All they saw were the whites of her heels winking back at them. Her dark elbow shoulder high, the wrench a blur above nappy plaits
she whirled it as if to sanctify it, as if to show it to the ghosts as proof of her oath. I swear, for God, they say the sound she made was more like a warning than a scream. Slingshot soprano returning and then going away and then reappearing like fingers moving from cotton sack to robe. They say the sound was a Choctaw vibrato, undulating water moccasin across a clay bottom creek. You can moan here. They say the sound was a whale rising, spine through skin. You can wail here. Birthing herself, breech, feet first, pulling the ankle of her own twin soul. You can clap here. The sound she made as her yellow legs carried her out of the screen door, away from the man she thought she killed, away from the tableau of 3 terrified colored babies, away from the sound of a system's head cracking open. Sisters, what are you willing to destroy?